There we are again, and Canada. I appear to have lost myself to the stream, but if you can hear me, I'm Nicholas Jones, and a quick update. So if you a quick update, if you couldn't have heard me earlier on, Canada lead Germany by a 1-0. That goal was taken by Vanessa Gilles in the 7th minute. So apologies if I lost the signal. So apologies if you'd lost the signal there. Buchanan passes back towards Sheridan. It's now back with Buchanan. This is getting really exciting now. This game is getting really exciting now, much more than we ever saw between England and Spain earlier on today. Goal cleared out by Sheridan, but picked up now by Desiree Scott. Desiree Scott dancing around the German players, but the ball has been cleared out, and Kadisha Buchanan pretty upset about the fact that it did not go her way. Although Feldkamp held on to the ball, was defending very well, was trying to hold off the advances of Janine Becky. Did so very well in my view. Klein Hearn has Becky for company, but it's gone straight to Freigang. Laura Freigang passes down the wing to Lena Magul, and it's now with Quinn for Canada. Not for long though. Picked up straight up by Vanessa Gilles. Vanessa Gilles crosses up the field, but Germany are quick to intercept, and it's now with. It was almost with Julie Bland, but nothing quite comes of that one. And I'm actually taking a look. It's actually Desiree Scott who's Desiree Scott's the captain for this evening, as opposed to Jessie Fleming, who captained the side against England on Thursday. Quinn passes to Jade Riviere. Straight now to Felicitas Rauch. Quinn once more. I can barely contain myself just watching all this right now. It's just so exciting. And we're approaching 10 minutes until half time. It's still Canada 1, Germany 0. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. Fabian Dungas. Straight now back towards Lena Magul. Lena Magul for Germany manages to pass it back towards Sarah Dorsoon, but Germany not giving up in trying to take it away from Canada. Dungash doing very well to hold on to the ball. It's great to see her playing after sustaining that knock to her arm. Anyomi for Germany, but quickly dealt with by Riviere. Not for long though. It's now with straight to Feldkamp, who almost had an opportunity to score, but glanced off the chest of Kadisha Buchanan. So very well defended. And it's now with Janine, and it's now with Chloe Lacasse. Lacasse passes down towards Janine Becky. Janine Becky, can she go for two? No. It just whistled past the goal line in an easterly direction. I think the wind must have caught it in midair. Indeed, it did. It just went over the advertising hoardings and into the stands. So Janine Becky unlucky not to make it 2 for Canada. Sophia Kleinhorn passes down to Laura Freigang. Straight to back to Anne-Kathrin Berger. It's now with Kleinhorn again. Kleinhorn passes to Rauch. Rauch manages to cross and finds Dungus. But Sheridan quick to pick it out for Canada. It's now gone back to Kadisha Buchanan. Jessie Fleming for Canada passes upfield to Ashley Lawrence, and it's now with Nichelle Prince finds Chloe Lacasse, but Germany quick to steal that one, and Germany still want the ball, but Canada see to that very quickly, courtesy of Quinn. Great tackle from them. Kadisha Buchanan crosses and finds Jade Riviere, but Nichelle Prince, I'm sorry, but Feldkamp did really well to tackle, or was it an offside decision? I think it might well have been. Prince might have been just marginally ahead had she pursued it, but we'll never know, as it was dealt with so quickly. Meantime, Magul now for Germany passes up the field to Fabian Dungus. Lovely cross towards Anyomi, but Ashley Lawrence quick to see to that one very well indeed. And it's a throw-in to Germany. Lena Magul to take the throw, which she does, straight towards Laura Freigang. Janine Becky for Canada now, but wise decision to pass straight to her goalkeeper. Although Sarah Dorsoon, Julie Brand, was hounding them every step of, was hounding those every moves every step of the way. Ball now back with Sheridan, straight back to Quinn. Now with Buchanan, who passes it up the wing to Quinn. Quinn tries to find Becky, but Germany quick to deal with that. But Germany quick to see to that. Now back to Vanessa Gilles, who scored earlier on. Buchanan now with the ball straight towards Vanessa Gilles. Now picked up by Nichelle Prince. And Yomi to Lena Magul. Lena Magul now with the ball. Picked up very well by Rauch. Rauch passes to Kleinhorn. Kleinhorn, can she cross it to an attacking player? Well, she could, but they weren't in a position to find an opportunity to score. And it's now with Sarah Dorsoon. Straight out for a Canada throw with around 4.5 minutes to go. As I mentioned earlier, you can listen to Canada against Spain on Wednesday with Russ Vernon at 2:30. But Germany, had an opportunity to score. Courtesy, I think that was Clara Buell, who would have equalised for Germany, but Canada's defence sorted that one very well. Or was it a touch by Kaylin Sheridan? I think it was actually Sheridan who managed to palm the ball away. Corner kick given to Canada, though. Germany, sorry, but not taken and dealt with very well. Germany are attacking with Germany are attacking with all their might, but they just can't seem to get past Canada right now. Sheridan to take the goal kick for Canada, just straightening her socks a little bit. 3 minutes until half time, although I think there will be an additional period of about 3 or 4 minutes because of what happened to Sarah Dawson, because of what happened to Fabienne Dungas. Meantime, Canada looked like they were advancing towards goal, but Germany quick to react. Sophia Kleinhern passes to Rauch. Rauch now with the ball for Germany, and it's now with Freigang. Now gone towards Magul. Freigang. And now with Rauch. Rauch passes to Clara Buell, but quickly halted by Jade Riviere. Rauch to take the throw for Canada. Way things are going, this game could go either way, although Canada and Germany have both shown that their defence is pretty robust. And a goal opportunity for Fabienne Dungas. For Fabienne Dongush. I keep saying a name wrong. I think I've got it right now. Dongush tried to find the correct angle to score, but her shot was too high. Martina Voss-Tecklenburg must be slightly disappointed at that, but she must be very pleased with Germany's efforts throughout the first half, as indeed will be Bev Priestman. Lawrence to Becky. Ball goes slightly out of play, and in fact, it's gone over the touchline. It'll be a throw-in. Throw-in to Canada with less than a minute of normal time left. Germany just won't give up in their quest to score against Canada. Canada won't give up in their quest to defend and possibly look for a second. Neither team willing to concede an inch. And even though one goal has resulted from this game, it's still great to see such competitive action. And Yomi for Germany. And it's now with, I think that was briefly Brandt. But Anyomi getting involved in a bit of a discussion with the referee, and in fact, 2 minutes have been added on. The fourth officials board confirms that, but play a little slow to start as Sheridan gets ready to kick the ball back into play for Canada. Has a bit of a taking a bit of time organising the team, which is taking a bit of time organising where the ball should go. How strange! But either way, it's wasted as Germany managed to take hold of the ball, although Canada took it back. I think that was a foul on Kleinhern. Kleinhern, quick to take the ball back for Germany. We're coming up to a minute of additional time left. Magul passes down to Freigang, and it's now with Felicitas Rauch, picked up now by Jules Brandt. Nothing quite comes of it, however. I think Riviere was the one that's intercepted. Corner kick given to Germany in the last half minute of additional time. Don't quite kick into it straight away. They do now, but Canada quick to head it away. But it's still with Magul. Magul tries to send it towards an attacking teammate, and it's now, and it was just almost sent in by Feldkamp. Would have been a last-minute equaliser, but it wasn't to be. McGould just picked it up when she needed it to, but it was just several inches away from the goal net. And that is the end of the first half. Canada and Germany went into it all guns blazing. It was non-stop action all the way, but Canada have just edged it in front. Will the score change? We'll find out in the second half. Halftime score in the Arnold Clark Cup at Carrow Road. Canada 1, Germany 0, and we're going to go for a break. Hello and welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Canada against Germany live at Carrow Road. I'm Nicholas Jones, and what a stunner of a first half it was. Canada getting their first goal in within 7 or 8 minutes. And once again, I do apologise if you lost my commentary about partway through. That was because I accidentally pressed the wrong button. So the joys of thinking you're on top of technology. Anyway, Canada and Germany back out onto the pitch as they prepare for the start of the second half, which is only a couple of minutes away now, as Leah Schuller gets ready to come onto the pitch for Germany. And she will replace Julie Brandt, who had a couple of decent opportunities to score towards the end of the first half, and on she comes. Remember, she scored in the dying minutes of the match between Germany and Spain earlier on Thursday. Will she be able to do so again, or perhaps score even more? Martina Voss Tecklenburg certainly hopes so, and it will be Canada who will restart proceedings, as it were, as we prepare for the second half. And away we go for the start of the second half between Canada and Germany. Canada and Germany straight into it. They're starting as they mean to go on. No halftime substitutions from Canada as of yet, as it's Lena Magool holding her line very well. Or no, it was actually Dorsoon. I do apologise. Dorsoon for Germany. Straight now towards Feldkamp. Fleming manages to hold on for Canada briefly before she was tackled from behind by Germany. Ball now swiftly picked up by Sheridan straight towards Quinn. They pass to Kadisha Buchanan, who in turn passes it back to Quinn. It's now still with Canada, but it's been picked up by Nichelle Charles. She's going for it. Can she make it 2? Not quite. Just over the crossbar. She must be disappointed. How close can you get to scoring your country's second goal of the match? It must have been just several feet off the crossbar, but Canada's still pressing on, and a foul has taken place between Desiree Scott and Fabienne Dongus. But Canada still very much the strongest side earlier. Canada still very much the strongest side right now, as they were in the early period of the first half. Vanessa Gilles passes towards Quinn. Quinn passes back to Vanessa Gilles, headed by Chloe Lacasse, who in turn has fouled Lena Magool. Yes, indeed, she did bring down Lena Magool. I think it was just a clash of bodies, and it hit her right in the chest. But but nothing really serious. She's back up on her feet. That's good news. Jessie Fleming for Canada, and it's now passed back towards Ashley Lawrence. And straight towards Nichelle Prince, but picked up very well by Feldkamp. Still in the hand, still in control for Germany, but it's not. But Canada are quickly taking it back, and Germany have intercepted again. Not for long though. It's now Buchanan for Canada. Buchanan passes towards Janine Becky. She's looking for Chloe Lacasse. Couldn't get to it. Couldn't get to her as Rauch did some really good defending for Germany. After almost 49 minutes, it's still Canada. It still remains Canada 1, Germany 0. Throw into Germany, but quickly halted. And Bev Priestman must be looking very happy with how things are going right now. Hasn't made any substitutions as of yet, although I wouldn't be surprised if she will although I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't. Although I'd be very surprised, if she doesn't within this second half. And the ball has gone out of play. It'll be a Germany throw-in. Germany quick to take the ball back, and it's now got, and it was almost surefire way to send it in. That was Clara Buell. But a corner kick has been awarded to Germany, and it will be taken by Felicitas Rauch. Rauch to take the corner. Which she does. Rauch was aiming for a Dongush, but she couldn't quite get to it in time. Kleinhern does a neat back heel, but Canada quick to deal with that, and it's gone out for a throw-in to Germany. Throw-in taken by Dorsoon. Desiree Scott towards towards Michelle Prince. McGool to Anyomi. But Scott quick to settle that one for Canada. And talking of which, Canada are going to make 2 changes. So 2 substitutions early on in the second half for Canada, whereas Germany have made 1 change so far. Will that move to make 2 changes early on prove to be too risky? We shall see. It's Quinn, and it was headed straight for Nichelle Prince, although she was bundled down by Anne-Catherine Berger, and the attack was therefore halted by Laura Freigang. Was that unnecessary by Anne-Catherine Berger? I think it might have been. Quinn crossed very well to Nichelle Prince, but would she have been offside? No. I personally don't think so, but a throw-in has been given to Canada. Picked up very well by Janine Becky, straight towards Quinn, but tackled very well by Nicole Anyomi. Anyomi powering towards goal, does a pass to Clara Buell, picked up by a Dorsoon, and Dorsoon almost had it in the net, but for a nice save by Kaylin Sheridan. That was the incident between Anne-Catherine Berger and Nichelle Prince. Quinn now back with the ball. Crossed by Vanessa Gilles and straight towards Prince. And it's now with Jessie Fleming. Jessie Fleming for Canada. She passes to Quinn, who in turn crosses it. Sorry, saved by Anne-Katrin Berger. It's now with Desiree Scott. Scott passes towards Quinn, but Kadisha Buchanan quick to pick that one up. And it's now gone to Prince, but Prince just couldn't find the correct angle to score it. And the two substitutions for Canada are about to be made as Lacasse and Riviere come off. And on will come Deanne Rose and Alicia Chapman. Germany once more back in play with Lena Magul. No, it isn't Lena Magul. It's Leah Schuller. But Germany's still doing very well to hold off Canada's attack until now. It's gone up for a Germany throw. Ten minutes in, still Canada 1, Germany 0. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. But that could change. No, it doesn't. As Canada quickly halt the latest in German attacks. Although Lena Magul has other ideas. She passes to Nicole Anyomi. Anyomi straight towards Dorsoon, and Dorsoon tries to find an opening but can't, as Sheridan quickly halts that one. Right now, I'd say it's even Stevens as to who. Right now, I'd say it's even Stevens as to who has the most possession. It's Buchanan for Canada. Passes back to Sheridan. It's now Vanessa. But it's now with Vanessa Gilles. And straight away it was almost picked up by Deanne Rose. But straight back to Germany, and it's now picked up by almost taken by Anyomi, but passed back by Alicia Chapman. Germany still want to equalise, but Canada are having none of it so far. Quinn towards Vanessa Gilles. No, Alicia Chapman. Alicia Chapman straight back to Quinn, and they find Deanne Rose, but Deanne Rose couldn't get to it in time. And the referee is Amica Caldera. Just had a look at her name there. But almost taken up. But Canada quick to take that one back. Caldera would have likely noticed what happens between Prince and Katrin Berger. That did look very rough in my view. Was that card worthy? I think it might have been, but if it was, then Anne-Katrin Berger was lucky to get away with it. That's all I can say about it. As Deanne Rose tries to hold off the advances of Germany, but not for long though, as Anyomi tackles her. But Canada take the ball back through Quinn. Quinn passes to Quinn passes to, I think that was Ashley Lawrence. Indeed it was. Now back to Gilles. Superb. Tries to cross towards, I think that might have been Alicia Chapman. But Germany quick to close that. But Germany quick to close that one down. And speaking of Germany, about 3 more players looking like they're getting ready to come on. We'll let you know as and when they do. Germany still very much in with a shout with Feldkamp, who passes towards Anne-Katrin Berger in goal. Now back with Feldkamp, and it's now with Dorsoon. Sarah Dorsoon, but headed away by Canada, and it's now back with Germany. Although Schuller appears, although one of the players appears to have been fouled, it was done by Desiree Scott. Desiree Scott not booked, and it was actually on Sophia Kleinhorn, who I think pushed her down, or was it the other way round? I think it might have, although it might have been Scott who pushed Kleinhorn down. So a free kick has been given to Germany on exactly the hour mark. Still 1-0 between these two. As Rout kicks the ball and over the crossbar. How unlucky was she not to, how unlucky for her not to level that one. She's had a couple of opportunities, but they've not really come her way. And it looks to me as though Canada are going to make a third one, as well as Clara Buell, Freigang and McGool come off. And taking their place are Julia Gwyn, Linda Dahlman, and Sarah Dabritz. Sarah Dabritz takes the acting captain's armband from McGool. And a Canada substitution is about to be made, and it looks like a Canada substitution is about to be made as well. As on comes one of the Germany substitutions. Meantime, play goes on. It's Anyomi. Ball picked up now by Dorsoon. Now Feldkamp. Feldkamp for Germany. You're listening to the commentary hub. It's now with still with Germany. I'm sorry, but Quinn manages to steal the ball back for Canada. They cross. But Germany quick to halt that one. Anyomi towards, I think that was Dorsoon. Now back to Anyomi. Straight back towards Dorsoon. Now picked up by Deanne Rose. Rose back towards Quinn, although Anyomi was quick to take it before she got her feet to it. The match is going between these two like a yo-yo. Difficult to say who has the most possession, although score-wise Canada are edging it by 1-0. That might change. Who knows? But poorly given away to Kadisha Buchanan, and Leah Schuller was hunting the ball down but couldn't quite get to it, and it's now with Ashley Lawrence, but picked up straight away by Kadisha Buchanan and now down towards Quinn. Desiree Scott, no, Alicia Chapman for Canada, and it's almost gone straight to Deanne Rose. Canada still in possession. Was picked up this time by Jessie Fleming. Germany's being very stubborn and persistent. Straight now back towards Ann-Katrin Berger. 65 minutes have been played. It's still Canada 1, Germany 0. It looks like at the moment those 3 points will go straight to Canada, putting them at the top of the table. And finally, we will have a group state. We will have a tournament leader should that happen. It's now Anyomi who passes back to Katrin Berger. Berger. But Germany still managing to hold on for the time being. Clara Buell straight towards Fabienne Dongus. Dongus goes for a shot, but easily saved by Kaylin Sheridan. And it's now back in possession of Quinn, but straight back towards Kaylin Sheridan. Germany still not giving up. They are being as stubborn and persistent as ever. But the ball goes out of play. It's a throw into Germany. And very well tackled by Canada, although Germany managed to take it back. Or do they? Canada now have the ball once again. Straight now back to Germany with Dorsoon in control. Now straight towards Anyomi. Now Kleinhern. But clipped out by I think that was Alicia Chapman. Yes, indeed, it was. Alicia Chapman managed to send that ball away. With 67 minutes in, it's still Canada 1, Germany 0. You're listening to the commentary hub, and it's a corner kick to Germany. Can they convert this corner into a goal? The ball goes straight in, but quickly sent out by Quinn. But Germany still take it, and it's now with Berger. Although Germany are now looking for another opportunity to score, and Dongus fouled briefly inside the penalty area, although nothing is given. And Dongus clearly furious, or was it Julia Gwynn? It might well have been Julia Gwynn. It was a tackle by Vanessa Gilles. I think the ball hits her first, and then brought Gwynn down. Or did Gwynn actually have a hand in this? I think she did. I think it was her who actually pushed Gilles down first, and the referee coming over, and the referee wants to talk to Vanessa Gilles, asking her if her arm's okay, but that was quickly dealt with quickly. So no penalty given against Germany. Understandably, Fabian Dongush must be very upset about this. And it looks like 2 substitutions for Canada are about to be made. Prince and Scott will make way for Gabrielle Carl and Julia Grosso. On comes Carl. Grosso will follow. Grosso will follow shortly. And Desiree Scott, she's done very well. And Desiree Scott, she's done very well for Canada throughout this tournament, throughout this game, and indeed this whole tournament. But on comes Julia Grosso. And throw-in to be taken by Canada. Chapman throws. Quickly stopped by Anyomi. Just over 69.5 minutes played. Still Canada 1, Germany 0. Ball now quickly picked up by Dorsoon. And now with Feldkamp. And both teams have played 4 out of 4, have played all their 4 substitutions. And Yomi, she's running with the ball for Germany. She's holding off the advantage of Fleming and Quinn, and passes to Gwyn. Gwyn tries to score but couldn't. And it's now with Dorsoon. Sarah Dorsoon with the ball for Germany, headed by what looked to be Janine Becky, but Germany still think they're in with a chance. It's now with Dongush. Dongush passes, but it's ended up with Kleinhern. Kleinhern, it's still with Germany. Gwyn towards Dorsoon and Anyomi. Anyomi crosses the ball into the goal. Anyomi crossed the ball into the goal there. I think it was aiming for Quinn, but it wasn't to be. Anyomi did very well to cross, but did very well to assist, and I beg your pardon, it's actually going to be Germany's 5th and final substitution as Jana Feldkamp comes off as Maximiliane Roll comes on. Roll, who plays for Bayern Munich. This is her 5th appearance in all international competitions for Germany so far. Carl towards that looked like Vanessa Gilles. And that was Linda Dahlmann for Germany. It's gone back to Anyomi. It's now with Roll towards Dahlmann. Dahlmann still with the ball. It's now gone back to Roll, but Canada do very well to send that one away. It's now with Dorsoon, picked up by Janine Becky for Canada, but Rauch does very well to halt that one. Ann-Katrin Berger for Germany, straight towards Maximiliano Roll. Back to Berger. It's now passed up the wing. And it's now been picked up by Clara Buell. And straight now towards Roll. Maximiliano Roll tries to cross to Anyomi, but Canada see to that. Diane Rose, haven't seen much from her since she came on. Will Canada make their fifth and final substitution before the final whistle? I don't know. As Chapman throws to Kadisha Buchanan and was almost tackled by Anyomi. Chapman to take the throw for Canada. We're almost 15 minutes away from full time. It's still Canada 1, Germany 0. And you're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones. And you can hear us on the Commentary Hub too, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM, as Dahlman tries to find someone to pass it to for attack, but Canada were quick to deal with that. And Vanessa Gilles, the player who scored very early on, deserves a whole lot of recognition. But it's now with Ashley Lawrence for Canada. And out it goes again. And that looks like it'll be a goal kick to Canada. No, it won't. In fact, it's a corner to Germany. Germany corner to be taken by Dahlman. A very soft touch a very soft corner in my view, but out goes the ball, and it will be a goal kick and it will actually be a goal kick to Canada. Sheridan takes a few steps back. And gets ready to kick the ball into the sky. And it's headed by Dongoose. And straight to Diane Rose for Canada. Rose tries to go around Kleinhern. Can she find a way through? The answer is no, as she has to back away. But in doing so has fouled, I believe. And in doing so has fouled Kleinhern, I think it is. That was fouled. And yes, indeed, it was Kleinhern who came across her, and Diane Rose. I think the momentum must have caught her on something. And Canada do indeed make their final substitution of the game, as Quinn, with the short haircut, makes way for Sophie Schmidt, another player with a short haircut. And Sophie Schmidt makes her way fully onto the pitch as Germany still take control of the ball, and down goes Linda Dahlman. Alicia Chapman trying to make some. Alicia Chapman's been very good in defence so far. But a free kick has been given to Germany. And Felicitas Rauch is all on her own. Rauch kicks the ball and headed. I think it was headed by Dahlman, but it didn't quite go in. No, it wasn't. It was Leah Schuller. Leah Schuller just couldn't quite send it in. Goal kick to Canada with 12 minutes on the clock left. And it's Dahlmann with the ball. It's straight to Felicitas Rauch. But Canada do well to pick up that ball, and it's now with Gabrielle Carl straight towards Julia Grosso. Grosso once again for Canada. And a foul on Maximiliane Roll. And the ball goes out of play once again. But Priestman has a slight smile on her face. She knows that if Canada keep on progressing as they are, then they will be the outright winners of this game and go top of the leaderboard. Alicia Chapman to throw, which she does, and but quickly halted by Sarah Dabritz, who now wears the captain's armband and plays for Paris Saint-Germain in her club career. Picked up by Diane Rose, and it's now with Gabrielle Carl, but nicked by Dabritz. And it's now with Janine Becky. Although the whistle has gone for something I couldn't quite see what. I think it might have been an incident involving Janine Becky. Janine Becky, understandably aggrieved. But Roll passes to Dongoose. And an excellent cross by Dongoose into Dabritz. Dabritz towards Dahlmann. And a foul on Janine Becky. And it's now with Jessie Fleming, picked up once again by Dahlmann. That's a pass back towards Maximiliane Roll. And Roll just bounces across and over the touch line. I mean goal line. And it's Germany who will make their final substitution of this game as Fabienne Dongoose comes off in place, and in her place, I should say, goes Chantal Hagel. Hagel takes her place. And it's now with and it's still the ball's still with Germany. Dawson passes to I think that was Leah Schuller, and Katrin Berger kicks the ball away, and the ball goes back towards Anne-Katrin Berger. Katrin Berger now towards Dawson. Right now, it's difficult to say who should get my player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services. Kleinhern. Great to see that she's still playing after that foul after that foul on her a short while ago. Sophie Schmidt tries to take it away from Germany, but it only goes back to Kaylin Sheridan in goal. Sheridan rolls the ball towards Kadisha Buchanan. The majority of Canada's players play in the USA. One or two of them play in England. Jessie Fleming plays regular for Chelsea, as I mentioned earlier, and Diane Rose, regular WSL fans will know her as a forward at Reading. As Dawson passes back down towards Roll. Roll tries to it across into the goal area, but nothing doing for her, unfortunately. Chantal Hagel, who came on. Couldn't quite see who she plays for. England against Canada England against Germany. That's the big game on Wednesday evening. That'll be around. That'll be around sometime after 7 o'clock, and you can listen to me on that, and you can listen to me on commentary duty for that one. And need I remind you that on Tuesday it is Canada against Spain, and you can listen to Russ Vernon from about 2:20 in the afternoon. He'll be your guide for Canada. He'll be your guide for Canada against Spain. As Chapman picks up the ball. And she throws to Gabrielle Carl, but it's gone straight back towards Chapman. Not for long, though. Picked up by Germany, although Canada managed to take it back. Germany now have it once more. And it's Sarah Dabritz, but it's passed back towards Ann-Katrin Berger, and I've got to pick out my player of the match soon. Diane Rose now for Canada, but dealt with very well by Julia Gwyn. Germany still very much in play, and it's now with Sarah Dabritz. Roll now for Germany, and almost taken by Ann Yomi, but Alicia Chapman quick to stop that one. But because of that opening goal, in the 7th minute, that put Canada in front, and a well taken score 2. I am going to give my player of the match to Vanessa Gilles. A very good performance by the Canadian defender, not just throughout goal, but throughout this whole game as a whole. So well done to her. Roll with 3 minutes. With 3 minutes to go, Germany need to equalise and fast if they are to at least get something out of it. Although Martina Voss-Tecklenburg can't rule out the possibility of a win, surely. Throw-in taken by Canada. And now quickly straight back to Germany. Although a player has gone, although one of the forwards has gone down by the looks of it. I think that was Leah Schuller. Yes, indeed, it was. But Germany still doing very well to hold on. Throw into Germany, picked up by Sarah Dabritz, and it's now with Sarah Dorsoon. Roll trying to get round Vanessa Gilles. Roll trying to get round Gabrielle Karl, but couldn't quite do it. For Germany, if they are to score an equaliser, time is running out. And by the way, the rain has completely stopped. It was raining earlier. It was raining earlier this afternoon, and a corner has been given to Germany, quickly taken by Dabritz, but nothing comes of that one, I'm afraid. Deflected away by Khadisha Chapman. And another corner to be given to Germany. Holt couldn't quite get the effort in straight away for an equalising goal because Canada were too strong in defence in that one, and well headed by Buchanan, picked up by Anyomi, but it was almost tackled by Roll. With just about 30 seconds to go in normal time, I'm pretty sure there will be an additional injury time period, but how long will it be? But whatever length of time that will be, both sides have got to make these next few minutes count if they are to win or equalise. As Rauch crosses to Sarah Dabritz. And down go, and I think Dabritz has gone to ground, and 4 minutes have been added on as injury time. So Germany need to score the equaliser within that time, and that'll be a corner, and it's a corner kick to, and it's a free kick, sorry, to Germany. And in it goes into the goal area, almost headed in by Maximiliane Roll, although Anyomi will be looking to put that one right. She doesn't. Julia Grosso, and now with Sophia Kleinhorn, straight towards Anyomi. The ball goes out of play. Three minutes of the 4 to go. And the ball goes in goes into the goal area as a result of another corner, but quickly sent out. Sarah Dabritz towards I think that was Julia Guin. Nicole Anyomi now for Germany. Was about to send it towards Schuller, but Canada do very well to keep. But Canada defending really well. Not just individual players, but as a whole team. They've proved very rock solid in defense. They proved very rock solid in defense. They did very well against England in the second half. And if the result goes in their favour, which it most likely will do, they'll be in for a very good chance. They'll be in for a very good chance of outright victory against Spain. And should they do so, and the other teams, and should they do so, and England or Germany draw, then if my calculations are right, Canada will be the outright winners of the inaugural Arnold Clark Cup. Cross forward by Sarah Dabritz and saved by Kaylin Sheridan. Nice cross forward by Dabritz, and almost headed in by Leah Schuller. But Sheridan very quick to. But Sheridan had very quick reflexes and reaction skills. 1 minute of injury time to go. Germany needs to score, and fast. Although although I don't think they'll be able to within the next 50 or so seconds. It'll be a Canada free kick to be taken by Buchanan, which indeed she does. And Germany quick to her to take it back, and it's now with Vanessa Gilles of Canada. Taken away by Deanne Rose, but back with Germany. Kleinhern straight towards I think that was Dahlmann. It looks to me as though Canada have this one in the bag as Grosso has it briefly, but it's now back with Janine Becky. Janine Becky crosses in towards Gabrielle Carl, and we've reached the 94th minute, and surely that'll be it. It'll be a win for Canada, and indeed it is. There goes the whistle, or has it? It has now, and it's an overall victory for Canada, the first ever win in the Arnold Clark Cup. And Canada now take the lead in the tournament table. That 7-minute opener from Vanessa Gilles put them in front, and since then they were really good at holding their own. Germany did all they could, but they just couldn't find a way past them. Final score at Carrow Road: Canada 1, Germany 0. And as I've said, Canada now take the lead at the top of the tournament table. We will be back on Wednesday. Russ Vernon will be on the mic for Canada against Spain at around 2:20. And I will be back later this evening, shortly, and I'll be back later on in the evening, shortly after 7 o'clock, for the very big match, England against Germany. Canada sitting very pretty at the top of the Arnold Clark table, as I've mentioned. The other teams now have it all to do. Who will win the inaugural Clark Cup? Join us on Wednesday for the thrilling climax. I've been Nicholas Jones. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening to the Commentary Hub. Once again, I apologise for the earlier problems where you couldn't hear me. I just pressed the wrong button. It won't happen again, I promise. But so we look forward to bringing the climax. Goodbye for now.